All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin. All right, guys. So, not much happened today. We saw a small move up in the morning, overnight in the morning, and since then it's been a very boring, very low volume, choppy day. You can see we're just hovering around our VWAP here, but I do want to talk about a few things here. So on this move up, obviously we hit into our golden pocket finally yesterday evening, yesterday afternoon, depending on where you're at. We did get that flush down through the golden pocket. Now, let me zoom in on this because I did talk about this. We also had a naked daily point of control there. And during the video that I made, we were actually down here testing that level. And I said, okay, it looks like it's busting through, but if we do see a reclaim of the naked daily point of control, which was at about 95 200, I would look for a long from there. Now, not only did we get the retest of the naked daily point of control, we got above it. The first test we did on the 1 minute, it looked like we were going to start rejecting on it. Let me get rid of this guy here. And let me go down here. So we were coming up to our naked daily point of control, which I believe was at 95,221. So let me just put that on there here. Somewhere around there. So that was our naked daily point of control. We broke it on the 1 minute. We back tested it. We rejected, broke it again, back tested it, rejected again. And at this point, I thought we were going to start flushing down. Now, I was obviously you're not taking shorts down here, right? But I was like, dang it, I'm not going to be able to get a long off of this. And then we broke it to the upside. And when we broke it to the upside, we even had this 1 minute candle here. Like right in this area was where I decided to long here. And I did take a long here. I TP1'd at the VWAP because I did think there was a possibility that we might continue to break it down. But luckily, we did get another back test. So let me zoom back out to the 15-minute chart here. And you can see we had that first. Let me get there. We broke back above it. We pumped up, hit into the VWAP, hit even a little bit higher. And then we came back down to back test it here. And I was able to add a little bit more money there because you set your stop when you long something, you long in here and you set your stop below the local low here. So that's kind of a big stop loss there. And then, a TP1 at the VWAP, that's a horrible risk reward. That's a 1-to-1. Now, I only TP 25% there. But we kept going higher. I didn't TP anymore up here. I was thinking, okay, maybe we are going to get a real push up now. And then we saw this this drop here to back test our golden pocket again and to back test our naked daily point of control. Now, when we got that and we started bouncing here, that gave me more confidence. Okay, this long is going to play out here. So added a little bit here. And then we pumped up slowly overnight. We just kind of chopped around. We were making a small channel in here, had a fake out to the upside and to the downside. Just and then we this morning is what was key. We hit into the top of our channel pretty much to the dollar, and we saw a pretty aggressive rejection right away from that. And so I closed out a majority of that long from down there when we started rejecting from this channel here. Now, since then, we came down to our VWAP. Look at all these wicks on the 15-minute here, showing buying strength here. And we are seeing some bullish CVD absorption from these lows to our lower highs that we're seeing here. So it's still giving me confidence that we can move up. We're also holding our VWAP overall. You can see many breaks around it here, many wicks below it, but we're really trying to hold it. And actually, right now, we're testing it again. But I want to show you guys, there's a reason also why we're holding where we're at now. So if we zoom out to the 4-hour chart and we do that volume profile pull, let's just pull the volume profile of this price action here. You can see it's our point of control as well. So we're hovering around the point of control. We're hovering around our naked daily, VWAP, excuse me. And we're just chopping right here. There is a few reasons why I do think we could see a little bit of a move up here from here. And that is because this is holding and we are building bullish absorption. So if we come in onto the chart here, you can see from these areas here, higher lows in the price action, lower lows on that was a horrible drawing here, lower lows overall on the CVD, and higher lows overall on the momentum, on the open interest. And so because of that, now I do not like how open interest has been going down the past few hours here. the last few times I've seen where our open interest was rising and we were building bullish CVD, and then open interest decides to die out like this, the bullish CVD absorption does not play out. So I am a little bit more hesitant on this bullish CVD absorption because of this open interest drop through here in this chop. Since this high that we rejected from the channel, you can see it looks like a lot of people were taking profits up there. And since then, we've been chopping sideways, but our open interest has been going down. And so I don't like this bullish absorption as much as I'd like it if this open interest was even started flattening out or dropping just a little bit. But because we continue the straight drop in open interest here, technically it is still bullish absorption that we're seeing, and we do need to take that, have a bias on that. But let me go back to these charts here. So we still cannot break this channel to the upside. Now, let me clean this chart up here for you guys. This channel, this pink channel, was just pulled from the 102.5K weekly rejection highs that we had up to the next lower high where we had rejected the golden pocket and the anchored VWAP here. And now we're just rejecting in this area. And also, I do believe this was our golden pocket as well. I might be remembering it wrong now. Let me see. No, that was our golden pocket as well. That's right. So our golden pocket was at the top of the channel. That was our area where we were going to reject. So you guys, you can see this. We keep just rejecting golden pockets. So from this high to our lows here, high to low, rejected golden pocket here on the neck, and that made a next higher low. Now from this high of this one, secondary high, to our new low, rejected the golden pocket again. We just keep dropping in this channel, rejecting the golden pocket every single time. Now, overall, we did bounce from that key area of support we were looking at, that golden pocket, into our naked daily point of control. And we are staying above it, and we are trying to build some bullish absorption here above it. So I do think it is possible we could get a breakout, but we also need to watch for, let me try this new tool out. They have this demonstration tool. We could get a move up. Let's see, how does this work? Is this the one? No. Okay, never mind. Screw that. All right, so let's turn that off. Here we go. We might see a break, a fake out of the channel into our large point of control range. Now, this is the range from November 11th to present day, and then we could dump back into the channel, and then we could see a dump even to make new lows below these lows that we saw here the other day. So we have to be aware of that. It could be a fake out that we can see. Also, coming into this area here, we do have some resistance. There's a couple reasons why we rejected here. It was the golden pocket. It was the top of the channel. But let me go show you guys on my other chart this bearish pitchfork I pulled from the all-time high. You can see it was also our midline of that bearish pitchfork. And you can see we've been bouncing pretty much from the band. We've been seeing wicks past it. But this lower band of support has been holding us in this entire correction here. And then the midline is kind of in a rejection for us. I mean, yes, we did get quite a bit above it on this blow off top here, on this low time frame blow off top here. But overall, this midline is giving us trouble. And remember the other day, maybe like 5 days ago now, I said it's probable that we start to form a range between the midline and the band. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're forming like this downwards range in between the band and the midline here. So right now, and we are right at the Bybit point of control, by the way. Bybit's point of control is quite a bit lower than Coinbase's point of control. So we're at the large range Bybit point of control. That's from November 11th to present day. And then let's go ahead and pull this here and let's check this. This point of control, we're a little bit below it here on Bybit. So it's a little bit unclear right now, guys, what we're going to see with Bitcoin here. I do like the bullish absorption. I don't like it as much as it's not as technically nice as I would like it to see, only because the last few times we've seen bullish absorption with the open interest increasing like this, and then we start dropping like this. What ended up happening is it just kept dropping all the way slowly until it invalidated it. And so I really don't want to see it drop. I want to see it start curving up soon while the CVD continues to drop a little bit or even just flattens out here. But Bitcoin, I mean, it's ranging. We can expect it to range a little bit longer. Now, let's go into this real quick. We counted this as an impulse in here. This was an obvious impulse to the upside. And we wanted to see our correction. We did see our ABC correction in here. And since then, we've been going sideways. This is starting to take a real long time for a correction from this impulse here. So one of the things that I'm worried about, usually with a impulse, you'll see your impulse to the upside, a wave 2 correction, and then another third wave impulse that's much higher of a larger degree impulse. Now, because we haven't seen that and we did our impulse to the upside here, and we're just correcting, low volume correcting, we could see a couple things happen here. We could see like a bigger ABC correction playing out where like this is our A wave here, a B wave, which could be a flat and could come take these lows here, and then a C wave up here, or we could see since our golden pocket held, let me get rid of this stuff. Since our golden pocket held, this could be an A wave. We could have ended our B wave here at the golden pocket, and then we could see a C flat where we come up to this area again, the actual value area high and golden pocket, where Bybit didn't hit the golden pocket, Coinbase did, and then we could drop. So this is a bit concerning. Now, we have to take into account the higher time frame bearish signals we are seeing. A couple days ago, I made a video about our high time frame bearish signals that we are starting to see, and it's getting me a bit worried. Let's say that. It's getting me a bit worried that we might be in store for a bigger correction. Now, overall, we're still just playing the range. We're still in this range. I'll go into this in a second too. This is that bigger pitchfork that I was showing you guys where we kept bouncing from the bottom of the pitchfork, came up to the top of the band of the pitchfork. We lost it the other day when we hit that golden pocket, but I did say it would be acceptable to lose that, to hit the golden pocket and then reclaim it right away. We did that, and now we are still holding above. So we're still chopping in the larger band here. And so a move to the top of the band would also be nice because that's the SFP of these highs here into the top of the band. And also we have our anchored VWAP and our 786 close by. If we take our golden pocket is also close by. And that pull is from this high at the weekly 1025 rejection down to our new lows. Our golden pocket here is, I don't like the golden pocket because I like the 786 better because we would actually take the liquidity of this high. 786 into our anchored VWAP up here is a level that I'm watching. So that's about 100.8. And it will take some time to get up there. So our anchored VWAP will also be closer to the 786 by the time we get up there. Could be in perfect confluence with it by the time we get up there. But our band also, as we chop, say we chop for a little bit in here, maybe come up, rise a little bit, drop, our 786 and our band could be in perfect confluence, and then our anchored VWAP could be in perfect confluence right up in this area here. So that's what I'm watching at 100.8. Now, first off, we have some levels before that, some local levels before that. So we're going to have to watch those local levels. I'll go into that in just a second here. But yeah, I mean, you guys, the higher time frame signals, we have to pay attention to them, and we have to pay attention to what's happening overall with this impulse and this correction here. So I do think it is a possibility if we start to lose this VWAP here and if we break our local golden pocket, really, this local golden pocket that we're going to have now from the bottom of yesterday to the highs of today, and we go to our golden pocket here, if we start breaking this golden pocket here, then we're going to be in trouble here. Let's go ahead and do our volume profile pull again of this range here. And you can see our value area low is at that golden pocket. So this value area low has to hold. Value area low, golden pocket. Now, if we are still building bullish absorption and we come down to this area, I will be looking for a long down here for sure. But I want to see the bullish absorption happening and maybe low time frame bull divs on Market Cypher. Like maybe, you know, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, stuff like that. So yeah, right now looking at this as our local support area here. What am I doing here? Let me get that. Okay, so local support area, golden pocket at 96K. And then above us, we do have this anchored VWAP into our 786, which is also the top of the band of our much bigger pitchfork band, our big bullish pitchfork here that we've had on the charts for a couple months now, for a few months now. So, and remember, this bigger pitchfork is where we rejected the all-time high up here. Rejected the all-time high at the top of the pitchfork. came down on the deep seat crash, bounced from the start of the band, the top of the band, made a lower high, lost it. Now we're chopping around in this band here, trying to hold this band as support. And you can see this band has really tried to hold the support this entire range here. So it's going to be key. It's going to be key to kind of hold above this area. Now the band, if we come down to our local golden pocket, we would be below that band, but this band is more of a daily time frame thing, so you don't want to close a daily below the band. It really, if you close an hour or a 4-hour candle because you're hitting the golden pocket and then you get right back up there, you're okay. Daily time frame is where we're going to get concerned. If we start closing dailies below this band of support, you can see on the daily we've got some wicks past it, but no real closes on the daily past this band here. When we start losing that, I'm going to start getting concerned a lot, really concerned for breaking the range to 85K or even lower. You can see our 85K is around our pitchfork midline for this pitchfork here, this bigger pitchfork. So yeah, all right, let's go back onto the Coinbase chart here. Let's go zoom back in. Now we are seeing the momentum waves on the Market Cipher B bottom out. We saw it bottom out yesterday and we saw a green dot. So that could give us a little bit of hope here, but really we're not seeing much follow through from this bounce from the golden pocket. Yes, we did get a decent move and we already got a decent scalp off of this. But we were seeing earlier today, we were seeing some bearish divs on the 1 hour and the 2 hour. You can see higher highs through here coming up into the golden pocket and the top of the channel. Lower highs in our momentum waves here. That gave us our confirmed bear divs, which gave us this move down into the VWAP. Now, that's not much of a move down for confirmed bear divs at a golden pocket resistance and at a channel top resistance. So right now, Bitcoin is actually looking a little bit more, my bias is for more upside right now. But that doesn't mean that we don't make scenarios for both ways and trade whatever comes. Don't let your bias cloud your judgment in trading. Set the levels for the supports, set the levels for the resistances, and trade whichever comes if you see confirmation for it. Now, we need to really break this channel to the upside. And when we break this channel to the upside, we want to see follow through. If we start breaking this channel to the upside a little bit and then start hitting into our golden pocket and rejecting, there is a possibility we can hit into that, or point of control, not golden pocket, I'm sorry. If we hit into this point of control here, start rejecting, and do a bullish back test of the channel, and then we want to see an explosion here through the point of control on the next test of it. If we hit into our point of control here, start chopping in here, and then like maybe hit this and start chopping around this, I do think that's less. We don't want to see that. We want to see an immediate rejection, back test, explosion. And so that is something I'm going to be watching for in the upcoming hours here. We can also watch for that 786 that's above because we do have that liquidity. Let me see here. Not that one. Yeah. Where's that 786? Right up here. 786. And yeah, it is quite a bit higher. So, I mean, let's do that pull on this chart here on Coinbase. So we'll go from our highs to our lows here. And actually, this looks really nice. The golden pocket looks really nice on Coinbase because our anchor VWAP is there. Let's see, is that the anchor VWAP? Let me zoom out on this. Okay, so this is a different anchor VWAP. This anchor VWAP is from these lows here before we had our dump. So really, this anchor VWAP is not as important now. But you can see ever since we lost it, it has kind of been resistance. So lost it. Of course, we exploded above it here, but resistance, resistance. So it could act as resistance again. Let's do that anchor VWAP from the all-time high. Okay, that anchor VWAP's a bit higher. Let's check this out. Now, I believe that's a fresh daily level. Yes, so we do have that daily and an anchor VWAP up there as well. Let's zoom back into the 1 hour. So 1015 also, 101450 to 1015, or yeah, 1015-ish. This is going to be our other resistance that we need to watch for. Now, that would be acceptable, though. We could see if we see something like this where we explode out of this channel, hit into our point of control, back test it, we could explode very quickly up to this area here. And then maybe that could be our wave 3 of a, maybe this is like a 1 2 1 2, or nah, I don't like that. This could be our 1. We could see a 2 here, 1 2, and then our third wave explosion. Actually, that doesn't work either. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. Right now it does still look like corrective price action. Let's go ahead and turn on our volume here, and let's look at this. So yeah, the volume, it does look pretty low still. I mean, we do see a spike in red here, which is interesting, actually. Very interesting. We got a spike in volume on just this low candle here of red. But the fact that we got the spike in red volume and we still held the VWAP is actually a little bit bullish there. Yeah, let's look for a push up now, very, very locally. Let's zoom in onto the 15-minute because we do need to, if we're just gonna low volume chop for a little bit, one thing that we need to watch for here is a local rejection from the highs earlier today to the lows of today. And we look at our 7-8, really it's our 786 that we want to look at, is at the top of the channel again. So if we come back up to the top of the channel in our 786 and we reject this, and we could come down at least to this area here, to our golden pocket and value area low. So a couple, I know this is confusing, guys. There's a lot going on here. It's a low volume range. We do have a 15-minute range kind of for the day. You can do this range here. Let me delete that. And we'll pull this volume profile from present day just to this price action here. You can kind of see how this is a sideways range that we're trading in this area. And this does look like it could be a little bit head and shoulder-ish as well. So we had our big impulse up here, left shoulder, head, and then if this is a right shoulder, now that's a very ugly head and shoulder, so I'm not putting too much on that. But even if we reject here, then the target of that would be, you can see that that target there is about our golden pocket here. So yeah, but we're playing this range. You could play this range right now. I mean, I'm not so concerned about this range. I'm following the much bigger ranges here. I'm not trading any of this chop right now. Today, I have really not taken any longs or any shorts or anything like this because it's just been very low volume chop. I got out up here when we started rejecting from the channel and saw this big rejection here, but that's about it. So right now, I'm going to be playing this golden pocket value area low. If we come down to that golden pocket value area low, let me go back out to the 1 hour. And remember, that's just that volume profile pull really of this entire impulse and correction up here from our lows that we saw, our flash crash last Sunday, 8 days ago. Value area low, golden pocket up here. Very, very locally, we have our 786 coming up at 98,050-ish. That we could see a rejection from there. If we do, we might move down to this golden pocket. If we break it to the upside, watch for the point of control at 98,587. This point of control is our large point of control from November 11th to present day. So if we come up to 98,587 and start rejecting that, watch for a rejection. If we drop back into the channel, watch for something like this, This move back into the channel is what I'm trying to say. A move back into the channel and a move back down to 96K. At least, if not lower. As far as our liquidity goes, we do have a lot of liquidity above us, above those highs that we made earlier today. So at 98.6, $99,000 here. So into this area, if we came into this golden pocket here, this is also our value area high. So actually, the more I look at this, I do like this golden pocket here. Even though we'd be front running the top of this band here at 100K, 105-ish. This golden pocket does look actually kind of nice because we do have our anchored VWAP in here. We do have our value area high right in there. So I would say that's our first area. And then it's also probably, let's check this, from our second pivot of the channel to our new lows here. And let's look at our 886. Yeah, and our 886 is up in there. Okay, so first box of resistance above our point of control. Now, point of control is still resistance until we get above it, you guys. We have to watch this. Let me finish this here real quick. Text, so we got value area high, golden pocket. SFP is kind of a little bit higher, but we'll put that in there. All right, now I'll clean this up. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this 886 pull here. Now I forgot what I was just going to look at. Shit. All right. Let's go onto the weekly chart here. Yeah, so no new weeklies yet, but if we close this candle green, we'll have this weekly here. One of the things that is a little bit interesting, guys, is our weekly earlier, it did start looking like it was trying to curve over. Now, with this little bit of drop we had on the candle here, it's unclear. Let's say it's unclear. Let's go to our daily. Our daily did bottom out here, and we are seeing a little bit of a move up. We got our green dot yesterday here, hitting into that golden pocket. Really, we hit into the golden pocket here, and then we closed our daily candle on UTC 2 hours later or an hour later. But yeah, it was pretty much yesterday, my time, Sunday, like about 24 hours ago from now. All right. Yeah, so that's what I'd be watching, this area here. And then, of course, we do have our daily and our anchored VWAP from the all-time high up here. This is going to be our next box of resistance. This area kind of in here. So, and that's at 101.5, really. And then, of course, this area up here, remember this area here this is still up here because this was our golden pocket and the value area high of the big range from November 11th. So let me go ahead and throw that on there. We turn on our November 11th range. You can see our value area high is right at the top of this box, and it was also our 0.65 pull. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Sorry, guys, I know this is a mess right now. I just want to show you this. So just from the all-time high here to our lows, you can see, and we'll change it now to our golden pocket. You can see the 0.65 golden pocket is riding right on the value area high here at 103 on Coinbase, right here. And we didn't touch that here. We touched our weekly at 102.5, and it also was our 0.618 on Coinbase. You can see our 0.618 was hit into our weekly, into our anchored VWAP, but our 0.65 and value area high was front ran. So I still do like this resistance up here because now we also have a liquidity grab into our value area high of this high. Liquidity grab at of 102.5 into 103. So I'm leaving that box on the chart. All of that was just to show you that that's resistance. All right. There you go. So those are the 3 boxes above that I'm watching. Of course, the point of control. You can still see our point of control is still right at 98,587 on our large range here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off now so we can clean up the chart here. So those are the 3 resistances I am watching. Let me expand these out a little bit. First order of business is breaking this channel to the upside. We've been in this channel since the 2 pivots of this channel are the highs and then the higher low and down to our first low. So yes, this channel is still being respected. And you can see the bottom of the channel is coming. Well, we have the SFP first. This SFP of these lows into our 786. I still like this support down here. Now, very, very local support. Now, be careful, you guys, because this support level could get smashed through if Bitcoin starts to get volatile and we start to really correct to the downside for some reason. If we start to really drop, this local support level can get smashed through. So only look at taking this if you're seeing low time frame bullish divs on Market Cipher B, and you probably want to look at your CVD and make sure you're still seeing bullish absorption. But if we could crash straight through this and come down to these lows, so just be aware of that. This here is our golden pocket value area low, so let's go ahead and just mark that out here. And okay, so that's about it. Now let's look at our other chart to see if we have any confluence with the pitchfork here. So you can see we keep rejecting from this pitchfork midline. Just now, too. We hit into it, rejected from it. So if we break above it, so you can also see this band up here is between 100.6 and 100 point, like 100K. That is in confluence with this resistance level here. Let's actually make sure we have that anchor VWAP from the all-time high on this chart. Okay, so Bybit, it's a little bit higher on Bybit. The anchor VWAP here, 1015. No, it's not. It's about the same. Now, this weekly, I'm going to take off the chart, by the way, because this is what we hit into. Okay, let me go back to Coinbase. And let's go ahead and check our naked weekly point of control because I haven't done that yet. We'll see if we have any new naked weekly points of control here. Nope, nothing new for weekly. Let's go to our daily, naked daily points of control. Okay, so obviously we just had a candle close, our daily close 20 minutes ago. Yesterday we did finally hit into the naked daily point of control that was at that golden pocket. And right now we have our naked daily point of control. It's fresh. It's only confirmed 20 minutes ago, but we do have a naked daily point of control in here. And let me get that right on. At 97,395 or like 97.4. Okay, so that is a naked daily point of control right now. Makes sense because we are chopping around our point of control of our bigger range all day long. And so it makes sense that our naked daily point of control is right on the bigger range point of control as well. And of course, I'm talking about the range from the end of this correction here. Pretty much right on it. Actually, let me pull that one more time. Yes. Unfortunately, guys, we have this point of control of the big range we can't ignore at 98,587 because what I would like, and we still could do this, by the way, because this point of control, you can see it hasn't been the most respected. But what I would like to see is a break through this channel all the way up to this area right away and see a small rejection from that area and then maybe make a lower high back testing the point of control and then move up to either, all the way up here would be really nice to see or even higher. Remember that 104.7 area to 105 does look really nice. We do have some resistance up there as well. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, we are building the bullish absorption here. Oh, look at this. Let me refresh this and let me check this out. Looks like we got some longs coming in right now into the market. Ooh. See, I don't like how that moved up so aggressively. But price, I mean, price did move a little bit with it, but let me go ahead and go on to the 15-minute chart here. Let's look at this. And let me go. Man. But our open interest is increasing here. So we're seeing fresh longs coming to the market right now. On the daily close that just happened, you can see the daily close happened. As soon as it happened, we got a push to the upside. They were fresh longs. Open interest rising, meaning it was new positions. And our CVD was going up, meaning it was long positions. So we just had some longs on the new daily open here. If this can sustain, really what we need to do is we need to see two things right now. We need to see us break this channel to the upside. And if we go to our pitchfork, we need to break this pitchfork midline. This pitchfork midline's been a hassle for us as well. So let's get above this pitchfork midline. Let's break out of the channel and let's see a move higher. All right, that's about it, guys, for Bitcoin. Let me check out Ethereum real quick here. Ethereum is still just trading in this channel. So we have the channel on Ethereum as well. You can see from the two lower highs here down to this low. Anytime we come down to the bottom of the channel, we are seeing pretty nice bounces here on Ethereum. We do have a new naked weekly point of control and a naked daily point of control right at the top of the channel. So this is going to be our local resistance coming up here in this area. And let me double check on that because I think those are new. I think I marked those out earlier today. Yeah, naked daily's up there. And then let's go to our naked weekly. Yeah, okay. So we've got those two brand new levels right up there. This is our local resistance, naked daily, naked weekly, point of control up here, or top of the channel as well. And let's do our Fibonacci pull from low to high. Okay. Well, actually, let's do it from the second pivot of the channel. So, and then our golden pocket's a little bit higher than that area, but this is from the second pivot of the channel down to our new lows. So this golden pocket is kind of important still. I'd say this general area of resistance that we're seeing above us at like 27.15 to like 27.30 is our level that we should be watching for rejection. But let me actually emphasize this before we get up there. You guys, this pink line here was that weekly log channel that I was talking about. And you can see we tried to bounce, hold it. We pushed up. We finally broke it to the downside here on Friday. Since Friday, we tried here and we tried once here, twice here, 3 times now. We've tried to break back above it. We did close our weekly candle below that area. So let's go into our weekly chart. And let me go ahead. There's a few things I got on here I need to turn off. Let me just turn off some of this stuff here. And let's turn off the pitchfork. So check this out, guys. I mean, we did finally break this channel to the downside, and we closed the weekly right below it. Now, it's like right below it. So if we can get back in this channel like in the next day or two, we should be fine. It might be a small deviation out of this channel, but this is my first major warning sign on Ethereum as we close the weekly candle outside of this weekly trend of the entire bull market. You can see this is from June of 2022, the start of the bull market. So we need to get this candle, weekly candle, back up as soon as possible, back up within here. Let's go to our daily chart. And you can see that we closed some dailies down below it now. And right now we've tried bearishly backtesting it a couple times on the daily, and we're doing that as we speak right now. If we can't get above this, we can see a big rollover on Ethereum. If we do this here, and then we could see a big rollover. So hopefully Ethereum can get back up in there. Obviously, if Ethereum's dumping real hard, I mean, Bitcoin dominance has been going crazy. So it is possible that Ethereum dumps and Bitcoin stays either pumping or ranging sideways. But this could be a leading indicator that Bitcoin might be about to dump too. If Ethereum starts rejecting from here and losing its bull market trend, then maybe Bitcoin is going to follow suit. Now, I know everything tends to follow Bitcoin, but I just want to point this out to you guys. So let's go back into that hourly chart. We can turn that channel back on there. And yeah, the top of that channel is our resistance, our local resistance here. So 27.15 to 27.30. And then if we do our golden pocket pull from the lows of yesterday to our highs today, and if it takes some time, you can see our golden pocket is around the channel midline here. So that's 25.82 to 25.87 ish. We need to break this channel as well, though. If you want to see, really, if you want to see Ethereum kind of get back up within the bigger weekly channel, what it would be nice to see, even if we come up here like this, hit into this resistance, and then back test. And I know that's not a good trade. So keep in mind, guys, with this trade this resistance that I just laid out here in this purple box, it's going to be a risky trade just because we have major level. This pink line is a major level, a support resistance flip. It's a dynamic one now acting for us. So if we bust up into it, reject from the top of the blue channel and the naked daily and naked weekly point of control, we could just see a small drop to back test the pink channel to confirm re-entry into it and then continue higher. So be careful shorting this here, this resistance here, because it could just be a small drop before we break it to the upside. And oftentimes on channels, like I'm speaking of this smaller blue channel, oftentimes on channels, you'll see a rejection, a small move down, maybe to backtest these highs here, and then which are also in alignment with this pink line, and then finally bust out of it. So we'll have to be watching our momentum oscillator here. If we're not seeing bear divs up here, of course you're not going to short up here without bear divs. But if you're seeing like no bear divs and we start to reject from here, it might just be a small pullback before finally breaking it. Or, yeah. So I'd say watch that. Okay, guys, that's about it. I got to get going here. I'll cover some more altcoins later tonight. Have a good one.